Welcome to Principles of Marketing, BUSA 250 for spring of 2019. My name is Robin Bajent, and I will be your instructor for this online course. I know it's a little weird, you don't see me, but I can't get my video to work on my webcam, so we'll just start off with it this way. We'll have some optional live meetings during the course so that we can get to see each other and put some faces with names, but for right now this works. What this is a quick overview for what to expect in the course and to answer some basic questions you might have. If you do have any remaining questions or something doesn't quite click for you, please let me know. I want you to have a successful time, and I want technology to be able to take a back seat so that you can focus on the learning and the information that we're covering. So when you first log into Canvas, in case this is your first class, it brings you to the primary page within your class site. And this page, this area here where I have the welcome message, will change weekly depending upon what we have going on for that specific week. This week you're getting into the class, you're getting some getting started tasks complete, you're doing your first quiz, some really basic things, but just to be able to make sure that you have no problems and you're able to get where you need to get, and so that you have your textbook. We just take this first week a little bit slow. If you aren't able to get the chapter quiz 1 done by the end of this week because you're still waiting on your textbook, you have until the end of week 2. By the end of week 2, I expect everyone to have their textbooks, and that way we can move forward as a team. On this left side is your to-do list. These are your assignments. Now, I encourage you not to just click on the assignments themselves, because sometimes there's additional information or they're presented in a specific way so that you have them in a more logical format. So the first thing you want to do after you've glanced around is you want to click on modules. This first module is open all term, and it's your general course information. If you are new to Canvas, you'll want to click here, and you can watch different videos on how to do different things in Canvas so that you understand the process. Second item is the syllabus, and I know you can read, so I'm not going to go through every specific detail with you. I will point out this is your textbook, so the textbook you buy should have the same cover. You may not have this little green part down here at the bottom. I encourage students to buy used textbooks when possible, so we don't use the publisher materials that are online. I make them available to you if you want to use them, but you do not have to. That way you can save some money. You will be doing quite a bit of work online, so please be sure that you have regular access to the internet. 5 to 10 hours per week is pretty much the minimum. We have a variety of different things you're going to be doing within the course to keep yourself learning from different points of view, different learning styles. Here's the breakdown of the different areas of focus, and then just general campus information. After the syllabus, and of course, as I mentioned previously, if you have any questions, please let me know. Course schedule is next. This is what we're going to be doing each week so that you can plan ahead. So usually weeks 8 and 9 are some of the more challenging. This time I think 8, 9, and 10. So you may want to plan ahead a little bit to be able to have some extra time to be able to spend on those items. But it takes it all the way through the term. You do have to do your final exam in a proctored environment, but I'll go over that in more detail in just a minute. And going back to modules, after that is instructor information. There's me. Ta-da! So this is me, Robin. Ta-da! I'm in the Canyon building. I used to be in Hepworth. Now I'm in Canyon 103C. So if you are sending me an email, we have really strict rules in our email. It's snagging a lot of things as spam. So please make sure that you use your CSI email address, #1, so that it should go through. But if you'll also put the title or else course number in the subject line, that way it goes, because I get about 300 emails per day, and that way it goes to a priority area so that I get to it faster. Let's see, back to modules. I have a weekly office hour online. So Wednesday evenings from 7:30 to 8:30, you just click here and it'll cycle through and it'll add you into the site, and then you can visit. I encourage you to have a headset with microphone, noise canceling microphone, so that you can take part via voice. It's a whole lot easier than typing into the chat line after line after line in order to take part in the conversation. You can get it for about 10 to 15 bucks. Just make sure it's a headset with microphone and that it's noise canceling. Otherwise, we get a lot of feedback and I have to block you, and that's just not fun. But it's really nice to be able to visit when we are talking about some specific things. Everything you do in this class is going to be in APA format. Here's different types of support information if you have questions. You can also go over to the library and they can help you, and so can the tutoring center. In general, here's some basics related to it. Do make sure that you have your in-page citations in place. Everything is APA specifically, and I usually use Purdue Writing Lab, the OWL Writing Lab, because it gives examples for how to place inline citations or different things, but that's me. You're going to have a variety of discussions involved in this class, and the first posting has to be by Wednesday night. This first one for this week is your personal introduction, and that counts. Minimum word count of 200. That way we are pushing discussion forward rather than just saying things like, "I'm here, thank you." You need to include at least one reference. So in example, you'll pull something out of well, I'll get into that more specifically when I get into discussions, but you'll be pulling something out of chapter 1 in order to discuss your history with marketing. You have to have at least 2 additional postings, so a minimum of 3 over 2 days, separate days. That shows me that you're looking at other people's, hopefully, and responding to others. Spelling and grammar count. Posts need to contribute. I agree doesn't really push anything forward. You're welcome to have difference of opinion, but hate speech is not tolerated. And when we get into discussions, I'll show you the rubric. Some general information on being successful as an online student. Publisher support information for if you want to use publisher materials, you can. I don't grade them. I don't require them. I would rather you save money on a textbook. They have like 300 assignments that are 1 and 2 questions, and it's just, I did it last term, and students commented that it was just more of a time suck than anything else, and I'd rather have you narrow your focus to things that are more critical. But if you want to use it, and if it's something that you feel is helpful, by all means. So that's it for the general course information. Let's pop into getting started. So this is the video that you're just watching right now. It's in this folder. So if you want to go back to it. Discussion. The first thing you're going to do is post your personal after you read the chapter, post your personal introduction. Share a bit about yourself, keeping cyber safety in mind, and discuss how you learn about new products and services that you might be interested in. Ask questions of your classmates. Put them on the spot. Make them write back to you. It's kind of fun. I will be looking for things that people post, responses people post, all of that. I've already quickly gone over the discussion expectations, so quality, deadline, depth, breadth, You can click and show the rubric, and then you can see what is expected. So show me that you understand, that you can use terminology correctly. Stimulate and further the discussion by moving forward. Participate at minimum the number of times required. That doesn't mean you're going to get an A. That's the minimum. And that'll get you a C. Citations. Make sure that you include your citations. You are a college student. You are expected to be able to do research. Professionalism. Consider that people have different points of view. Respect that. You don't have to have the same point of view, but you have to respect others. No hate speech will be tolerated, and I have removed students from the course who are unable to comply. Please read through your items before you post. Punctuation, capitalization, sentence structure, spelling, all of that counts toward your grade. So that's that. So you'll post your discussion introduction, then you'll set your Canvas preferences. You only need to do this if it's your first Canvas course or if you haven't updated your information lately. So these videos walk you through the steps, but you just come into your account, click on Profile, and fill in the information. The last item in your getting started is to determine your final exam location. It has to be completed in a proctored environment. So in here, you'll just let me know, type in here and let me know what your location will be. If you are more than 2 hours from a testing location that CSI has, let me know and we'll work together to find another place. I do have some students that are out of state, and we have to look at other colleges and things to be able to find proctored sites. That finishes our getting started. Then week 1, we start a little bit slowly. We have quiz chapter 1, so with each quiz you have it's 10 questions, you have 45 minutes. You're welcome to use your book or any notes you take. You have 3 attempts. Each time will be different questions, just as an FYI. And if you don't like your score, take it again. You're watching a video, and the topic of the video is actually dating, but he presents it in a really great way that pertains to marketing. His view is, how do I create a unique me? So it's marketing focused. It's just done in a very creative and fun way. As you do this, I shouldn't have clicked out yet. As you do this, come on, little machine, open. I think I crashed its little brain. Wow. Okay, well, we'll move on. I was going to say you'll be writing a paper. The questions that are posted in there we are. This is not looking for a 1-sentence answer kind of thing. You're going to write a 2 to 3 page paper incorporating the answers to each one of these items. So I'm not looking for 1 sentence, are the best products, the most popular. I'm looking for some paragraphs that discuss that. If so, why? If not, why? So 2 to 3 pages minimum, and you should also include references, at minimum your textbook and the video citation. Here is the rubric so that you know what I'm expecting. Last item for our list. Doopy doo, come on, machine. Is the marketing plan overview. Throughout the term, you're going to be putting together a full marketing plan. This is just a quick introduction to it. We'll be talking a lot more about it in coming weeks. The product that you're selling is a t-shirt, and you're going to set up a mock company. So The company, this t-shirt has an open geode and the words Idaho Rocks around it. So you can design it however you want. The wholesale cost for your shirt is $2.05. And that's what we need in order to be able to move forward. So you'll click on the plan template and you'll download it. Here it is. Okay. And you're going to change the name of your business. You're going to name it Twin Falls T-shirt Design. If you have a burning desire to name it something else, that's fine. Marketing plans generally run 3 months in length. So 1 season and then your name. So you'll pick a period. I suggest the period of, and it's usually quarters, and it's usually calendar quarters based on financials. So if you're a retail organization, retail usually has January 31st as the last day of a quarter. So if it were me, I'd probably do November, December, January as if it was a Christmas thing. And that way it would make sales a little easier. You may want to do yours for a different 3-month period. It doesn't really matter which 3 months as long as it's 3 consecutive months. And we'll go from there. And then throughout the term, you'll be filling in all of the different information so that when you're done, you have an example or you have a complete plan. Save it as your last name, your first name, and submit it as an attachment. That way I know that you have it set up, that you've actually looked at it, and you're ready to move forward. That's it for this week. Now, let me get out of student view so that you can see what we have coming. You have different stuff. FYI, spring break, I don't have anyone do new work, so there's nothing available for you to work on during that week. I may or may not offer extra credit. If people aren't turning things in, I don't offer extra credit because if you can't get the basic work done, you don't need to do extra work. So it's more just if you're getting it done, but you're getting like a B and you want an A kind of thing. And your final exam, as I mentioned, is proctored. You have 2 options. You can either do a final exam, closed book, questions, for 180 points, or you can do an essay as your final exam. Both of them have to be complete. Well, either one of them, whichever one you choose, has to be done in a proctored environment. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. But that's it as far as the course overview. Thank you for your patience, and I enjoy working. I look forward to working with you this term.